Today's broadcast is brought to you by 789Ts, a t-shirt store for gamers, geeks, and Christians. If you love dumb jokes, bad puns, or good art, click the link in the description. Both Adam and Mike are ministers with Campus Ambassadors, an organization helping college students get into Jesus-loving communities for over 50 years. If you're interested in getting more Jesus in your college, check out campusambassadors.com.
Mike and Adam's dreams and feelings.
Michael, it's been too long.
It's been a long time. I can't believe Zondervan gave us a new season.
Oh man, we're coming at you from the internet. It's Adam.
I'm Mike.
And is this the first pod of the new year?
It's the first pod of the new year.
Hey.
I am sitting with Adam right now.
It's true.
You may know him from his book called My Gender is Christianity.
And you might know Mike from yoga meditation poses for the unskilled.
Yes. Most painful book I ever wrote.
It's crazy. You went full method for that.
Yes.
But yeah, new year, new us. Not really.
I'm a new person.
Yeah, you are. Made new in Christ, you know what I'm saying?
I turned into a butterfly.
Yeah, that's impossible, Mike.
Yes.
I saw this video on Facebook, and I don't know how real this is, but there was a person, they were being interviewed, and they said they identify as a cat.
Ooh, trans species, that's the new thing.
Yeah. And I was like, that's not genetically possible.
Well, in this new age,
anything is possible.
anything is possible. You call yourself anything.
It's true. I'm a banana now.
Yes. Feelings is the new DNA.
Right. Feeling is the new science.
Yes, feeling is the new science. I feel that 2 + 2 is 5.
I feel like that's the new podcast title. Oh, man. So, we have a gift. I need to see this. I can't wait any longer, Mike. I don't know how long. I don't know how long.
One of our faithful listeners, number 3.
Yeah.
A Nathan. I don't know if I can say his last name because I want to protect his privacy.
His identity.
But he's from West Africa, New Jersey.
That's not a lie.
Yes. Yeah, he gave us this box, and he says it's in reference to episode 22. So there's something special in here.
Is it Taylor Swift's head?
Oh gosh,
Oh, what's in the box?
sounds like it.
Oh man, it's
Okay, we're opening it.
Oh,
Okay, so
a fedora.
there's a fedora.
Okay, I'm putting on the fedora.
Oh my gosh.
What did we even talk about in episode 22?
There's a scarf.
Ooh, okay, I'm putting on the scarf.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. There's some tea.
There's some harmonious green tea.
Some green tea. Okay. Is it actually tea in there? Oh yeah, it
yes.
is.
Some drink stirs.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. 3 pecan pies.
Ooh, perfect. We can split these. Oh, one's a peach and one's an apple.
Yes. An Etch-a-Sketch that you put on cups.
Perfect.
Yes.
What did we talk about?
I don't know.
Episode
I don't know,
22.
but we need
And
this.
some coffee mugs.
If we're getting sweet stuff,
we should
we should be
remember.
talking more.
Yeah, we should. I want a BMW.
Yes. Wouldn't it be great to have 2 PS4s here?
Exactly.
Yes. Wow. Thank you, Nate from
Yes.
West Africa, New Jersey.
Thank you. That means a lot. These pies are going to be delicious, I'm sure.
Yes.
And the scarf is already keeping me warm because there's something wrong with my furnace.
Oh, yeah. I felt that chill in here. I thought it was a Sixth Sense kind of a thing.
Yeah, it is. What is I wish I knew what the reference was. This is kind of sad.
Yeah, well, okay, so if you try to remember, episode 22 had to be about...
Taylor Swift episode.
It was Taylor Swift. We talked about Christmas presents.
Yes, the best and the worst Christmas presents we've ever gotten. I remember that.
And I don't remember saying that any of them were scarves, pecan pies, mugs, or fedoras. But I know we're gonna have to
re-listen and then apologize on the next podcast.
yes. I remember this. I remember now. Adam, you said that your spirituality was like a fedora filled with pecan pies.
Is that what I said, Mike?
Yes. And I said mine is like a Maxwell House caramel latte being stirred by a silly straw while drinking green tea.
That's perfect. And it's not just any kind of Maxwell House. It's vanilla caramel latte.
Oh, gosh. Take it, Starbucks.
Man, thank you for the gift. That's wonderful. Thank you. Although I wish I knew what we were talking about.
yes. It's wonderful, yes.
Oh man. This I feel really awkward. This is really awkward.
Our fans love us.
Yeah.
And they reinterpret our history.
Or maybe we're just really bad at remembering what we say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the archives.
Oh yeah, do you take expert notes of?
Oh no, I should. I should.
Nah. We fly by the seat of the pants on this show, Mike.
Yes, we're ridiculously professional.
Yes, of course. So we obviously have meticulous records.
Yes.
So
it's January 12th.
It is.
The world has not ended.
Nope. It has not.
Has school started for you?
Nope. End of the month.
End of the month.
Yep. How about you guys now?
Oh. Nope, not till next Wednesday.
Nice. So we're in a weird kind of lull. The holidays came really quickly. Christmas, New Year's,
right?
All of it came really fast. Thanksgiving, I feel like we just flew past that.
Yeah, it was like a rocket.
It was like riding on a comet.
Comet right through
the
Santa
reindeer.
Claus.
The reindeer, not the
yes,
not the astrophysics phenomenon.
No. We don't believe in that.
No, we don't. Speaking of other things we don't believe in, how are your New Year's resolutions coming, Mike?
Oh boy. Okay, so
did you make any?
I write things down in my hopes and dreams journal.
Right.
Hoping that they come true, dreaming that they come true. 6-pack abs, not here yet.
Not here yet.
Mansion made of gold.
That comes later.
That comes later. Yeah, but I'm getting there.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I always found the whole New Year's resolution to be kind of disingenuous. I don't know. I was like, if you want to make improvements about yourself, just go do it. You don't need a time of year to do it.
Right.
But among my favorite things to peruse on the internet is Babylon Bee. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes.
But it's, the Christian equivalent of The Onion.
Yes.
Except more wholesome.
Yes.
Kind of. But
meaner to Calvinists.
Exactly. And Armenians.
Yeah.
There was but anyways, there's an article where they interviewed a guy's Bible, and he's really excited to be read for the first time for the first couple of weeks of the new year.
Well, see, that's funny because Joel Osteen's Bible tried to escape.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
yes.
there was that one, and Joel Osteen's new study Bible with 30,000 notes of just believe in yourself, and it'll all get better. Yeah.
But personally, my favorite one was Rob Bell.
Yes.
Gets lost in San Francisco.
Yes, I saw that.
Because he doesn't believe in dogmatic GPSs.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants a dogmatic GPS. Yeah, I saw that one. That was really funny. I appreciate the Babylon Bee.
Yes.
It makes me giggle.
Yes, we need more satire.
We do. We need more people to understand satire.
Right.
It was funny because earlier in the year, right around when Rogue One came out, Babylon Bee posted an article about if God is so good, why did he allow the Star Wars prequels to come out? And I sent it to my pastor and I asked him why, and the question was so deeply theologically challenged that he actually quit his job and he's no longer a pastor.
No, Jar Jar Binks creating more atheists.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, so just be careful with the internet, guys. It's dangerous out there.
Right. So speaking of Rogue One, I finally saw it.
Did you? Good. Now we can talk about it. I'm excited.
Full Metal Star Wars.
Full Metal Star. Exactly. That's exactly.
I loved it because it's finally a Star Wars with a Star War.
Right. As opposed to random space battles.
Yeah, as opposed to Star confrontation.
Right.
Star disagreement.
Star aggressive negotiations.
Yes. This was a war, full out war. Reminded me of Vietnam. I was getting a few flashbacks.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yes. So I really liked it. It gripped me. I liked, even though everyone spoiled the ending for me, I liked that they.
If by everyone you mean you saw the first 3 Star Wars, so you know what was going to happen. If you didn't know that they were all going to die at the end, sorry, spoilers, then you didn't watch Star Wars close enough.
Yeah, you're right, I didn't. I was hoping they could all get on a ship and just kind of leave, because they got on a ship the first time they used the laser, and they left so easily.
Right.
But this time they're like, let's just hug it out. Yeah, so, I mean, there could be. They could have left, and then they could have just, ruined the whole entire...
the plot
continuity
of Star Wars.
Yes.
But as someone that is not as deeply invested in Star Wars as I am, how did you feel about the movie? Like, did you like it? Did you feel like it was? Because I know a lot of the people didn't like the pacing of it. That it was a little bit slow at the start and then it picked up towards the end. But
right. I was trying to compare it to other movies, because these movies, Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, now have this thumbprint that you can detect, and it's very similar. So it kind of reminded me of a Full Metal Jacket for kids.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Good Morning Vietnam for kids.
The smell of napalm in the morning.
Or it was episode 1 for adults.
Right.
I couldn't tell which one it was. But. I would say it was a PG Guardians of the Galaxy.
Even though I had a PG-13 rating?
Yes. Okay, maybe PG-11.
PG-11, okay.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And I don't know if you saw, if you caught any of there were so many references, I think, to a lot of the obvious ones being, Darth Vader was there, and, there were classic the reimaginings of shots of Star Destroyers coming into frame, just like in the original report. But when they were on the that one desert planet where they're excavating the crystals, you saw those 2 creatures from the cantina that assault Luke, and then Ben Kenobi cuts off their hand in episode 4.
Did you?
Yeah, there was 2 guys in there, and there's just a whole bunch of references throughout. It was really good.
I like that they stuck to gun battles.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
They didn't have anybody with lightsabers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe I'm a gun battle guy.
Yeah.
I bring a gun to a knife fight.
That's what I'm saying. You bring a laser gun to a lightsaber duel.
Yes.
But it definitely it had more of a sense of realism than the other Star Wars, which I think really resonated with people.
Yeah. I would say so. And it was more realistic than Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
That's what I'm saying. More accurate space battles.
More historical.
Yes. Oh, man. Which also reminds me of a Babylon Bee article with... it was like a Neil deGrasse Tyson op-ed piece where he talks about how science is... what science really is. And he goes, whenever you watch science movies... When things go explode in space, they don't do that because science.
Yes. It's true.
Oh man, but yeah, no, it was a good movie. Although I will admit, CGI Leia was a little weird. I think at the time when I watched it, and subsequently with Carrie Fisher passing away, it feels kind of weird.
Well, it was pretty good because it tricked Lynn. She's like, who's this actress?
Right.
And she's like, they actually got Carrie Fisher? Her makeup looks great.
That's great. That's so funny. I love it.
Yes.
Her makeup looks great.
Yeah.
That was great. But yeah, I'm glad that they... Yeah, but... 2016 didn't let go without one last...
Without an explosion.
Punch. Yeah, one last explosion. But was there something else we were supposed to review and talk about? Some other movie? Can't remember.
Song of Songs?
Probably won't be talking about that here.
Or quoting it.
Or
living up to it.
Nope.
Okay.
True that. Yeah. Oh, when does Resurrection of Gavin Stone come out?
Oh, it's coming out very soon.
Yeah, I've subsequently seen a couple of trailers for it, like mainstream, like on YouTube and stuff, and it actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look cheesy. It doesn't look horrible. It doesn't have the Newsboys on it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It looks good.
I mean, it still looks a little Hallmarkish.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
But it's definitely taking strides, and I mean, it doesn't seem any more ridiculous than any entry-level rom-com.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. It actually looks good.
Yeah, rated PG for side hugs.
Yep. For side hugs. But
yes.
I think that's coming out at the end of the month, and our favorite HBK.
Yeah.
Is gonna be in it, which is great.
Oh, he got the front cover of the DVD.
Did he? HBK?
He's there's the good girl, the pastor.
Kind
of looks like Kevin Spacey.
Yep.
The ex-con.
And
the skeptic. Take a look at that.
Is HBK
He's the ex-con.
Of course he is. Do you think he's gonna get the band back together?
Oh yes. I think he became the ex-con because he did a super kick.
Right.
Just to the cops.
To the cops. All of them.
And if you look at the cast, you got Brett Dalton, and then you have a photo of Shawn Michaels shirtless, looking off
into the distance.
Yes.
Probably after super kicking someone.
Yes.
You know what HBK went to jail for super kicking Marty Jannetty through that window.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
Rest in peace, the Rockers.
Yeah. But it also has the movie or the actor Neil Flynn.
Which he
was in The Middle. He plays the dad.
Yeah.
Which I'm wondering if that has some spiritual undertones in it, because Neil Flynn is like this supposed. Let
me see a picture.
Supposed hardcore Catholic.
Is he? He was on Scrubs.
Oh yeah, he's on Scrubs too.
The janitor, and he was The Middle, and he was in another sitcom, wasn't he? What's his?
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Yes.
Okay.
And The Fugitive. There are some rumors, I don't know how true they are, that he's gay.
Oh.
But I read this article that said they only think he's gay because he's not dating anyone, and he hasn't dated anyone for a long time.
What?
So obviously that's a prereq.
So that means I'm gay.
Yes. We need to talk at him.
I'm uncomfortable, Mike.
I married out of gayness.
Oh man, if that's not a commentary on the state of Hollywood, I don't know what is. Can a guy enjoy the gift of singleness without being judged?
Without being judged.
It's just a season, Mike, that I'm going through.
Oh, good.
Oh man, that's great. That's. I feel bad for him, man. That's rough.
It's true. Yeah.
And the Bible talks about it. Like, Paul writes about, this idea of the gift of singleness, and and how quickly the world kind of what the world values, and I think what the Bible values obviously differ, but it's funny to see it play out in this kind of Hollywood kind of ridiculous farce.
And I think the first year of marriage, everyone says it's the hardest. I think it's hardest because you realize what you just lost when you had the gift of singleness.
You can't stay up until 3 a.m. watching Supernatural, as I did last night.
Right. There's so many things that you... I mean, even from a spiritual perspective. You can't just go to India right now and just start helping the poor.
Right.
You need to ask your wife for permission.
Right.
And she's got to be on board with you. So, you lose that ability to get directions from the head boss. And just go with them.
Well, I mean, you still do. You just have to make sure that you're, openly communicating.
Yes. You have to do one heck of a song and dance.
Exactly.
To get the other person on board.
Exactly. Yeah, that's funny. But how? When's your wedding anniversary? It's coming up pretty soon, isn't it?
Oh, you went to my wedding.
Yep, I was.
And we're heading to the second one.
Oh yeah, nice.
Which is in October.
October.
I know you're just testing me.
Yeah, Lynn actually just texted me and she was like, ask him.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. That's really cool. I wish to one day have a wedding in Canada.
Yeah. Don't we all? Just don't buy a house in Canada.
Bad market?
They start at 400,000.
That's crazy.
Yes.
In every single place in Canada?
Pretty much.
That's
pretty
crazy.
much. I saw one that was 200,000 and Lynn was like, no, there's murders there.
Why is it so expensive in Canada?
Oh, their housing, they have to make ends meet somehow because they have such great health care.
Right.
So
Right.
Something's got to take the hit.
Right. It's probably the housing market.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, that's great.
So our first game of the new year, I call this game Taylor Swift or Batman.
A throwback to our first podcast.
Yes.
We did Taylor Swift or Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, so this is Taylor Swift or Batman, and you have to guess based on these pretty vague descriptions which one is Taylor Swift, which one is Batman.
Oh boy.
Okay,
I'm
so
excited.
Number 1 has dark moments in the past that inspire them.
Well, see, it says moments. Batman has a singular moment.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go Taylor Swift.
She's had a harder life than Bruce Wayne.
It's true.
Fights an overdramatic clown-faced celebrity.
Are we gonna assume that the Joker is a celebrity?
He's very famous.
He is famous, but I feel like Katy Perry is bigger.
Yes.
And, Batman didn't create a music video with all their famous other friends to take a shot at Katy Perry for dating John Mayer. So we're going to go Taylor Swift again.
Okay, yes. Costs $10 to learn about their next adventure.
Batman comics aren't that expensive. Taylor Swift.
Wow. After 3 minutes with them, you learn their life is sad and distressed.
I don't think Batman is that forthcoming with his personal life.
Yes.
Again, I'm going to go Taylor Swift.
Oh, God. They use high-tech equipment to advance their career.
That one's definitely Batman. I don't know if Taylor Swift knows how to use anything other than a guitar and Instagram.
Yes. She knows how to put tears on her guitar.
That's true, but that's not very high-tech.
Yes. Elitist megalomaniacs want to embarrass them.
I feel like this year, every single pop, magazine was either talking about Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, or Taylor Swift, and sometimes all three at once. So, that one's definitely Taylor.
It'd be one crazy hot tub.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Can never get in a relationship because of their career.
Now, you see, Batman has a history of forlorn lovers.
Yes.
And Taylor Swift's entire career is based on said statement.
Yes.
So, we'll call it a tie.
We'll
call it a tie.
If you try to touch them, you will wind up in the hospital.
For some strange reason, I feel like Taylor Swift isn't as physically approachable as Batman is, and that's scary.
Yes. Batman's been shot.
That's true.
Guess.
See, at least Batman, there's evidence that he, hugs people
Yes.
and actually cares about other people as he takes in Dick Grayson and others.
Yes.
So I feel like he's somehow better emotionally involved and in an emotionally stable place than Taylor is.
Right.
Which is disturbing.
Oh gosh, the dark pop star. She's not a knight. She's a pawn.
A princess?
Princess. Let's see. They spend their lives destroying haters.
Would you call Two-Face a hater?
Yeah.
I feel like Two-Face is more a legitimate terrorist.
Yes.
Whereas Taylor contends with people on Twitter.
Yeah. Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nicki Minaj could be a Batman villain.
I'm pretty sure she is.
Yes.
So, Nicki Minaj. Could you imagine? She's gonna be on the what's that the new DC movie coming out with it's like Catwoman and Harley Quinn. Sirens, yeah. I feel like
she's gonna be on it.
Nicki Minaj is going to be playing herself on Sirens.
Wow.
I actually don't know if that's true, but I feel like that could be true.
You know, she's the only person who doesn't need makeup to get into villain character.
Right, exactly. Nicki.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah. It was funny. Lady Gaga was it season 4 of American Horror Story?
Oh, really?
And I feel like they took off makeup to get her into character.
Right.
Make her less scary.
Right, like, I'm sure the same thing could be said if, like, David Bowie was on, or, like, they took off makeup. Or, like, Marilyn Manson. They're like, you're too scary.
You're too scary.
We have a TV 14 rating. Like, we need you to tone it down there.
And finally, Batman or Taylor Swift cannot get over tragic situations.
I feel like Batman has overcome his darkness, and he's and the fact that he's embraced it, while Taylor Swift is constantly harnessing it and never truly getting over it.
Yeah.
So I think, sad to say, between in a head-to-head matchup between Taylor Swift and the Dark Knight, Taylor Swift is darker than the Dark Knight.
Yes. She lurks in the shadows.
Looking for another man to devour.
Yes.
Also, Taylor, if you're looking for someone else to devour, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here
there
for
you.
I'm here for you.
Yes. Make sure you're equally yoked.
Oh.
Yes.
What? No missionary dating, Mike.
Yeah. Date to save.
Flirt to convert.
Yes. Absolutely. So we have some viewer quotes.
Oh yeah.
Some of our faithful listeners.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Air quotes.
Yes, have been listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
And after I begged them for a quote, they happily obliged.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to be looking up that. We're going to be more user friendly in this new year.
Is that is that what we're doing? Is that a resolution for the podcast?
Yeah. It sounds like something we do, right?
Exactly. We should. Yeah, we could definitely throw up some polls. Maybe make some more memes.
Yeah. Both physical and mental polls.
Mental polls. Man.
Okay, so we got 7 comments.
Mm-hmm.
First one, this is from Lucas.
Okay.
From West China. North Dakota.
Are they all from North Dakota?
No, the other one was from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I'm running out of directions.
Right.
He asks, where does hand sanitizer come from?
Where does it come from? Well, Lucas, there's a special farm out in the country where they have these special creatures. They're called sanitizer cows. And every morning, a farmer walks out into his barn, and he milks the sanitizer cows, and then they
it's a very painful process.
It is. It burns his hands and the cow's udders.
Yes.
And they take it, and then they pasteurize it, and then they put it into bottles, and they send it out for you.
Yeah. Well, I have 2 theories on this.
Oh, okay.
One, I think it's the hurtful words of Trump. They're so acidic. They burn the dirt off your hands.
Right. So they actually dilute it with hydrochloric acid.
Yes. So it's cultivated from political sass, or it's such pure words. It's angelic encouragements, but it's so pure that it actually hurts our fallen skin.
Valid.
Yes, so...
Bring it on, Mike. What's the next?
Alright, so this is Sam from Rochester, Texas.
Oh.
Yes. He says, how likely is it that the idea for the movie Inception was, in fact, a form of Inception used on Christopher Nolan?
Okay.
And what if it's someone else's idea? What if it's not even theirs? So someone went into...
Christopher Nolan's mind.
Put in the idea of Inception.
Of Inception. Well, considering that everything that they... all the tech and stuff in that movie doesn't exist.
Yes.
I would firmly say that no one has implanted that in his mind. However, what did happen for the invention of Inception is I'm sure that one day they were Christopher Nolan and his buddies, they were sitting around and they they were just hanging out, just not really doing anything, on vacation in Cabo, probably on a yacht. And Christopher Nolan was like, "Hey guys, watch me make a movie that'll make no sense, and I'll make a ton of money.
Let me make rules and break them
Right,
halfway into the movie,
and I'll get Leonardo DiCaprio."
Yes.
And they were like, "You won't do it."
Yeah.
And Christopher Nolan was like, "Hold my beer."
Yes. And then they said, "You definitely won't make a movie after in space that makes even less sense."
Which actually makes more sense if you follow the rules of Inception.
Yes.
And apply it to that movie.
So Christopher Nolan is just a troll.
Is crazy.
Yeah.
But he makes beautiful movies. Those are well shot.
Are you going to see Dunkirk?
I that's the one with Andrew Garfield, or was that?
Oh, that's the Missionary.
That's the Missionary. Okay, that was Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
Dunkirk was it's the Britishy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy gets tossed off the boat or whatever, and then he gets brought back to Dunkirk. Yes. That looks good. Yeah. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but I definitely want to see it.
There's so many good war movies. Hacksaw Ridge. Dunkirk.
Rogue One.
All historical.
All accurate. I heard that Hacksaw Ridge is already getting Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
And Andrew Garfield could be up for Best Actor.
Oh, so, Tom Holland was sad.
Yeah, very sad.
He could have had that role.
He could have.
All right. And then another Lucas from Argentina, New Mexico, says, what if it's real and the movie was made to fool us into thinking we're awake, like The Matrix?
Oh, man. I don't even have time to begin. I do have a question about The Matrix, though.
Yeah.
How does Cypher get into The Matrix without anybody else knowing? You know what I'm talking about when he goes to meet Agent Smith?
Yeah.
How does he get there?
Yeah.
And how does nobody else know that he's there?
Some think he's even more powerful than Neo, because he can put himself into the Matrix without help.
Without help. That means that somebody else on the ship was in on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. Good. All questions, all good.
All right.
Looking at you, Wachowski brothers.
Yes.
You and Christopher Nolan making no sense with your movies.
Oh, I don't think it's Wachowski brothers anymore, actually. Someone told me it's Wachowski siblings.
Oh.
One of them got a snip.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Our world is so interesting.
Welcome to 2017.
Yeah. Peter from
New Zealand,
Ohio. Says, who put the bop in the bop shoobop shoobop?
Peter. I don't know that reference. That's outside my time frame. All my references go back to the 80s. Anything beyond that, I don't know.
I believe he's referring to
the popular pop hit.
The popular pop hit sung by The Rock in the early 90s.
Right.
Before it was, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? It was, who put the bop in the bop shoobop? It was a very bad character angle.
Very, very bad. Funnily enough, it came. That was actually the inspiration for John Travolta's character in Grease.
Yes. Yes. Yes, because that's chronologically accurate.
Well, it's The Rock. He's timeless.
Yes. He's the Rock of Ages.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when Jesus said to Peter, "You are the Rock," that was the exact moment that he transformed into the People's Champ.
Yes, yes. Oh. And another Peter from X-Files.
X-Files?
Kentucky.
That's a weird name for a town.
Yes.
Did they inspire the name for the show, or did the show inspire the town?
Pretty much. It was a mutual agreement. Huge lawsuit. He says, who put the ram in the Ramalama Ding Dong?
First of all, let's backtrack a little bit. You said it was a mutual agreement through a lawsuit, so that means it wasn't mutual.
well, Kentucky and X-Files, they were mutual. It was the
mutually-
third party that was the suit. They agreed to team up together to fight the third party, which was Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Yes.
So confusing. The plot for this episode is more confusing than a Christopher Nolan film.
Absolutely.
But who put the ram in the Ramalama Ding Dong?
Little Debbie.
Little Debbie?
Yeah.
Little Dabby?
Little Debbie.
For those that aren't watching, I just dabbed.
You just dabbed? Oh.
Dab.
Oh.
Dab.
Okay, so off topic.
Uh-huh.
There's
You love the dab?
Yeah, there's a wrestling federation called Hollywood Wrestling.
Okay.
And all their characters are based off of horrible trends.
Okay.
Like they have this Miley Cyrus character who says
I thought you said trends. I don't think Miley Cyrus has been relevant in 8 years.
Yeah, well, her move is she actually threatened to twerk someone into submission.
Like Rikishi?
Yes.
She just stole Rikishi's gimmick.
Yes. And then there's another guy who, after every move he does a dab.
That's amazing.
And so...
That sounds actually wonderful.
Yes.
That would be my finishing move.
I'll tweet you the move.
Perfect. Does he do like a flying dab off the top rope?
Yes. He does a stomp on your chest called the dabble.
Oh. The dabble. That sounds very non-threatening.
Yes.
Watch out. He's going to dabble you.
All right. So that's our
viewers.
Our viewers.
Yeah.
Our listeners.
Asking the real hard questions.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, we should try and see if this will become a weekly sort of thing, or at least a bi-weekly sort of thing. We'll put up a question or see what our viewers are thinking.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think, and then this brings me to my question, I think.
Right.
Into the new year, I have some things that I think I would like to try out, but I wanted to maybe bounce them off you first, and maybe we can brainstorm for our
brainstorm
viewers.
Session.
Exactly, and then maybe we can put this up as a poll on Facebook and see what people would like us most likely to do. So I think something that I follow a couple of people on YouTube, and one of the things that they did, big dream would be, it would be really funny, I think, is if we played a Dungeons and Dragons session, but I don't think that's I don't think that's really feasible in the time that we have, and like the amount of prep that would have to go into it.
Just a quick 3 hours.
Or just a quick 3 hours. I think that would be funny. But however, I think it'd be cool if if the two of us went through a choose your own adventure story. Like if we found like a choose your own adventure.
But we had to call someone to help us make decisions.
Yeah, exactly. Or we had or maybe if we created our own choose your own adventure and we bring in a guest like Jennifer Lash or something else.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Or bring in someone like, I don't know, Lucas or something.
You know, I really liked our fake scripts
Yes.
we did Straight Outta Compton 2.
Yes.
So,
that would be cool. Yeah. So, we could do that. And another thing that I think would be really cool is if we had maybe if we both created riddles and we did a game of wits.
Wits.
A battle of wits.
A game is afoot.
The game is afoot.
Yes.
Or and I also liked when the movie script. I was gonna say the movie script thing that we talked about.
Yes,
the Straight Outta
absolutely.
Compton. I feel like maybe whatever wins Best Picture for the Oscars,
Yeah.
I feel like we should write our own parody.
Yes,
of it. I
yes.
feel like that'd be fun.
Well, next week, if we have the time, I made my own. Okay, so the biggest thing on YouTube right now is children pretending that they're Elsa and Anna, and being sponsored by toy companies and doing these horribly cheesy skits.
Okay.
And their parents actually are in these skits too.
With them, okay.
And they do the creepiest, weirdest things just to endorse these stupid toys.
Okay.
And like, the stupidity of this is like such new levels, and children love it. It's like drugs.
It's like drugs. It's like Fun Dip.
Yeah, it's the Fun Dip for kids.
Fun Dip is for kids.
Not the way I eat it.
How do you eat it, Mike?
Like an adult.
With dignity?
With dignity, honor, and truth.
In the American way.
The American way.
So you eat it like a G.I. Joe, is what you're saying.
I pray before I eat it.
Dear Heavenly Father, please bless this food that we're about to eat. May it strengthen our bodies and bless the hands that made it.
Yes. May it be fun as you require, and may it be dip.
As you ordained.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Fun Dip.
Yes.
Small tangent, but does it ever blow your mind when we pray for like food, but like you're about to eat like a giant bowl of like, I don't know, chicken wings, or like you're about to eat a platter of nachos by yourself, and you're like, you're just like, God, thank you for this food that you've provided. And God's like, I didn't make any of that. That's not natural.
You're on a diet. Yes. It's kind of like saying, Dear Jesus, thank you for this strip club.
Right? Thank you for all the entertainment and the people that you provided.
Yes. Yeah, and they're so true. They're so true. Relevant came with an article called The 10 Sins That We Don't Think Are Sinful. And one of them is like overeating. Yeah.
They're going to chew Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Which is weird when you see a pastor talking about like Thanksgiving. He's like, "Oh, I can't control myself. Praise the Lord."
Right.
It's horrible. Yeah.
How much of that is tongue in cheek, though, Mike?
I don't know.
I think you can tongue in cheek joke about overeating, but you can't tongue in cheek talk about murdering a prostitute.
Right.
Especially on a pulpit.
Oh yeah, I can't control myself when I have a knife. Praise the Lord.
This is going to become an episode of CSI in New York.
Yes.
Or Las Vegas.
It's one of those things you could joke about.
Right.
Yeah.
But does that make it any less true, though? Like,
Right. If you could joke about other things, like
the way that we joke about overeating.
Yeah, I was so polyamorous last night. So many women.
I think there was a goat.
Yes, it's like
that's like you can't say that.
You can't say that.
Why?
Like, we want him out of the church.
Right. He's done.
Yeah.
There are children here.
Yes. So.
That's so funny though.
It's true. We give sins PG-13 in our ratings.
Exactly. Like lying, that's a PG sin.
Yeah.
But murder, that's rated R.
Yeah.
Only, but it's okay if they were entering your house and you were defending yourself.
Yes.
You can definitely murder them then. Then it becomes a PG.
Yeah.
They were asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
They were asking for it.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. What would you leave a church if a pastor made a murdering joke, like a stabby joke?
Oh yes, absolutely. I think that's like one of the things where you kind of have to.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, like
you can't forgive and forget.
You can't. I mean, it depends on the context. Like, if he's saying, "Oh, I just killed the old man in me," spiritually,
that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
but
fine.
if he's like, the other day I bumped into my neighbor and man, did I want to kill him.
Man, but I feel like that's innocent enough that you can like kind of laugh that off. But he's like, if he was like, I bumped into a neighbor and I wanted to carve him up into millions of pieces and feed it to my dog. Like at that point, it's weird.
It's like, whoa, okay,
Right, too much, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Safe sins.
Oh, right. Before that.
I think we were talking about Little Debbie.
Little Dabby?
Yeah.
No, I think that was too far back.
Yes.
A little forward. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Ramalama Ding Dong. Oh, no, that's too far.
That was too far back. Where are we? Who are we?
In conclusion, Rogue One was a good movie.
Yeah. What did you learn today, Mike?
Well, actually, another thing I asked you to do is the top 5 sneak around
Sneaking games, yes.
Mm-hmm. I thought of my top 5.
Yes.
I don't see a piece of paper, so
no,
you're
I
gonna
have
do it all by memory.
I have them all up in my head.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to go? Do you want to do one? I'll do one. You do one.
Okay, starting with number 5.
Number 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
Yes, you go first.
Right. So, I have a habit of playing games like they're a sneak around game when they're not actually a sneak around game because I'm just so terrified. And one of those games was definitely the first BioShock. And I put it in at my number 5 because, again, it's not a sneak around game, but I played it like it was a sneak around game. And I know that it's not a sneak around game because you don't have any powers designed for you to sneak.
Right. Isn't that game the minute you walk into the room, everyone knows you're there?
Yeah. But I would play the game just so terrified, and I would I would hug the wall, and crouched like that's gonna help at all.
Yeah.
And I mean there is a camouflage, there's like an active camouflage thing, but I definitely play that game like it's a sneak game, and it's not a sneak game.
Right. Camouflage in games is so false. False expectations. Mm-hmm. In Doom, you could make yourself invisible. They still knew where you were.
Yeah, that's true.
In Halo, you made yourself invisible. They still knew where you were.
They could still see you.
Yes. It's just to change your character a little bit. Show off some graphics.
Exactly.
Number 5, I put a game called Monaco.
Okay. I don't think I
play this crack team of bank heist people.
Ooh.
Each with different skills and perks.
Nice.
There's one guy who can just punch people in the face.
Nice.
It's got 8-bit graphics, so it's cool. A black background with neon borders and stuff.
That's awesome.
And it's pretty cool. It's actually kind of fun to get chased by police and deactivate cameras and lights and stuff.
Nice.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, my number 4 game is actually in the Elder Scrolls, any Elder Scrolls game, but more specifically Skyrim. I love playing the sneak thief characters. I love sneaking. I love the sneak ability. I always play. My first playthrough ever, I played through as kind of a thief, kind of dual wielding kind of character that would steal and stuff like that. But as you progress, you can join the Thieves Guild, which is cool. Right. You can get this really cool armor called the Nightingale armor, which lets you become one with the shadows, which is really neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely love the whole sneak. I love the sneak aspect of the game. I'm trying to think of another word for sneak.
Yeah.
But the
stealth.
The stealth aspects of the game. I definitely love that the dynamic in it, that you can use bows, and you can have the silent draw ability.
Yeah.
And I felt like that really fit kind of the play style and how I liked the game.
Yeah. Now, the one game I didn't include is Deus Ex.
Mm-hmm.
If that would probably be number 6, or Deus Ex.
Deus Ex. Do you want to do an honorable mention?
Yeah, it's an honorable, and I'm bringing it up because the one thing I didn't like, it's got a great stealth system, but it's you can go either way. You can go violent or stealth, but the game is pretty much set up where stealth is the only way you'll survive.
Right. Yeah.
If you go guns blazing, you will die.
You will die. Yeah.
So that's why I didn't put it on there, just because it makes you do stealth to win.
Exactly. No, that's totally valid. That was good.
For number 5, I put the
number 4.
Or number 4, I put the Arkham Asylum. series, just because it kind of breaks up the flow when you have to do the sneak missions. You have to clear out all the bad guys without them noticing, and there's like several different ways you can do it. I love it when they give you options.
Yeah. That's true.
You could be Batman sneaking over a gargoyle, and you can go under a vent and drag someone down.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And they're over quick.
Yeah, they are. They're really quick, which is nice.
Yeah, don't you hate games that like
force you to do
they're
sneak?
all stealth.
They're all stealth.
And when you get found out, you're just like, kill me, because I can't go further until you know I'm not there. Yeah.
For sure. No, definitely. I guess I'll throw in an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Have you played the Prince of Persia games?
Yes.
So I'll throw that in as my as my honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
But, my number 3 game, I have, and the 3 games that I have, I feel like they're kind of interchangeable for me. They're all my number 1 favorite stealth games. But the one that I'm going to talk about right now is the Assassin's Creed games.
Oh yeah.
I do love the kill cams are great, like the stealth kills when you jump off stuff and you assassinate people and stuff like that. I definitely love that aspect. And I also love that you can go about that game in different ways. You can go in guns blazing, you can go in stealth, you can you can brawl your way. You can brawl, you can do all those other things. But I do love the stealth aspects of Assassin's Creed. The parkour stuff too is cool.
I didn't give myself enough chances with Assassin's Creed. I started with Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Yeah, that's probably why I already messed up. Assassin's Creed 2 is definitely... The first Assassin's Creed is good, but the Assassin's Creed 2 I think is the best of all the games.
I say Ezio's easily the best.
Yeah, he's very cool. And he's dashing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I hated the fact I had just played the Uncharted series, and all you had to do to climb was just hit up and jump, up and jump, up and jump.
Right.
But for the Revelation series, you had to hold like R1, and you didn't always know where the next ledge was, so a lot of it was a lot of cheap deaths. And I'm like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, Revelation is a little rough. But, Assassin's Creed 2, give it another chance. It's good. It's worth it.
Yeah.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Metal Gear Solid.
Okay, that's gonna be mine as well.
Metal Gear Solid. Like, I have a love-hate relationship, but I know the game is zany and off the top. But I also know that it's really good and it's really toned when it wants to be. I'm not crazy about the hand-to-hand combat in the older games. Because
it's a little rough.
They hit the punch button and the roll into people button is
the same.
Yes. And I was like rolling into people while they're shooting me.
Right. It's just not what you want.
Yeah.
Just not what you want. That's so great.
Yeah. But when you're on a streak of hiddenness.
Right, and you're just nailing it.
Yeah, and you're nailing it, then it's wonderful.
Then it is great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a second one, so I don't copy you. But so this would be my number 1 because Metal Gear Solid was going to be my number 2. But my number 1 is Thief, obviously.
Thief,
which is the classic quintessential sneak game.
Yeah.
Where the whole point of the game is to sneak around and steal stuff and explore and not be caught. So
absolutely,
it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah. Number 2, I said Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
I put the newer Splinter Cells above Metal Gear Solid because there's so much more fluid animation and more hand-to-hand takedowns, which I like. You can it's so smooth. It's like butter. You hide behind something, take down another guy, roll, take down the next guy, and it's just
it's really smooth.
It's
and
the
nice.
most athletic thing my characters will ever do.
Ever in the history of the world.
Yes.
That's great. I still haven't thought of one for my number 1, or to replace Metal Gear Solid. Do you want to go with your number 1?
Okay. My number 1
is
sneak game is Dishonored.
Ooh.
What I really love...
Oh, shoot, that's what I was thinking about.
Yes.
Dishonored, that's a good one, too.
Dishonored is all about stealth, but they made the game where you don't have to kill anyone. You can go through the entire game without a single kill.
That's true.
In fact, if you do kill people, they actually make you feel bad about it. Like, other soldiers will yell, "He had a family!" And it gets in your head. And when people actually find you, you can actually you don't have to start over. You can actually survive. You can run out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
You can like jog a mile out of the way.
Jog a mile.
You can turn into like a mouse
Mm-hmm.
and go under a door. It's so good.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Have you played? Is the second one out yet?
Yeah, the second one's out.
Have you played it yet, or?
No, the only thing I would be able to play it on is
PC.
my PC,
Mm-hmm.
and I just found out I have one of the lower end graphics cards.
Oh yeah, I saw that you were talking about that.
Yeah, it plays the games, but then it'll choose one graphical piece in the game to be PlayStation 1. It'll be like everything will be beautiful, but this guy's shirt will be like PlayStation 1 Dreamcast quality.
That's so funny. I love it.
Yeah.
That's so great. Let's see. I went through a whole bunch of games in my head, and a lot of them feature aspects of stealth, but they don't like, they're not core to kind of like gameplay.
Yeah.
So like one of the first things I thought of, there's this character on League of Legends named Teemo, and he can go invisible, and he's like this scout kind of character, but it's not really core to gameplay. Then I thought of I don't know. There's no real like games that I can think of like with just pure stealth.
Yeah.
Besides the ones that we obviously the ones that we talked about. But and I don't know if this one really counts, but there was there's like an indie title for the GameCube. I think it was called Geist.
Yes.
Where you played as a ghost, and you can you were a ghost, and you could like possess people, and you could use it to solve puzzles, and like it was like an action kind of shooter, and it was a good title. It was a good game.
Right. Yeah, that was supposed to be GameCube's Halo killer.
Yeah.
At the time,
Mm-hmm.
it was very interesting because it had puzzles in it.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you had to scare people before you could inhabit their bodies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so you had to like figure out how to scare them, and it was pretty cool.
And so I don't know if that counts as a stealth game.
Yeah.
But that's what that's what my mind kept turning to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll bump up. I don't know. Maybe we'll bump up Prince of Persia. I'm trying. Let's see. I mean,
it's okay to have the same one.
It is. It's
There's
true.
only 5 stealth games.
Right. Especially when the games are as great as Metal Gear Solid and Dishonored.
Yeah.
But I do like some of the best Call of Duty missions were definitely the sniper, like in the first Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, the sniper missions when you had to like crawl through Chernobyl. That was really cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Can I just mention that Call of Duty is totally losing its mind on the story, and they're going so far-fetched. I'm playing Black Ops 3 right now, and it's about AI systems.
Right, okay.
But, like, it's involving ghosts now in it.
Like metaphysical ghosts?
Yes, metaphysical ghosts and alternate dimensions within the brain. And, like, I'm like, where are you guys going? Used to be a World War II simulator.
Right. Like, what is happening right now? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I've not had the opportunity to play it, but I heard good things though. I heard the gameplay is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's mindless. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing greater.
Yeah.
Nothing greater. That's funny though. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh man, but, stealth games underrated. I think it's because people don't have the patience.
Yeah.
They don't have the patience.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot that you can bring into the stealth. You can't be like stealth game like Cooking Mama.
Yes.
like you can't have a stealth version of Cooking Mama.
What would that look like? You have to make omelets without anyone noticing.
Right. Like you have to cook at night.
Yeah, cook at night. Someone comes down, you
you have to hide it.
You have to hide it. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. But it's a very unique, very niche kind of genre.
I think I have like a Christian idea for a stealth game.
Yeah.
You have to go to a new church with your family and make sure no one talks to you.
Well, that'd be great. And like, depending on like what denomination that you're going into, you could like disguise yourself. Like if you're going to a really staunch Baptist church, you wear shorts.
Yes.
Or if you're going to like like a Free Methodist church, you wear a pressed suit.
Yeah. The difficulty can be based on different churches. Like,
right.
If it's a very old school church, it's easy.
Easy, right?
You're in, you're out.
Right? Like you're going to like some big Catholic mass.
Yeah. On ultra hard, it's like charismatic dance churches
with like 5 people.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'd play that game.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Oh. Out of the shadows into the light.
That was wonderful.
Yes.
I'd play that game.
Yes.
Yeah. And somehow EA would figure out ways to do add-ons.
Yeah. DLC. The Lutheran add-on.
The Lutheran.
This just looks like the Catholic.
What's the difference? Yes. Oh, man. Could you imagine just the different DLC? You could get like famous pastors to like voice over stuff. That'd be great.
Oh, yes. Francis Chan says, "Hey, I see you."
Yeah, right.
I can't get past the Andy Stanley level.
He's really observant.
Yes.
Oh man, you tracking with me?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Oh man, I feel like a really fun level would be Westboro Baptist Church.
Yes. Yes. One of the user-made levels, I can tell.
Already. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
The seats actually make you lose health.
You actually burst into flames
Yes.
when you walk in. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. That'd be fun. Trying to sneak into the Pope wherever
Yes.
he does his popiness.
Yeah. Can anyone sit down and tell me what a day of work with the Pope is?
For the Pope. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know. And
Like, I know he has to run an hour of church.
at least.
Yes.
Well, I'm
But
sure.
other than that, like,
I mean, he has his own country, so I'm
Yeah.
sure he's got like, office politics to take care of.
yeah. Does he have to do spreadsheets?
Probably. Do you think he has to model different robes? Like, he's got a stylist, a Pope stylist.
Yeah.
I want that job.
Yeah.
I want to be a Pope stylist.
Make him look holy.
That's what I'm saying. Holy but not trashy.
Yes. Yeah, that would be amazing. I just can see the Pope like filling out people's like time off requests. I can't give this to you, Bishop James, because you were late last week.
Like, it's not me saying this, it's God.
Yes.
I am the mouthpiece of God.
Yes.
Oh, man. He has his own reality TV show.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Popin' ain't easy.
Popin' ain't easy. Big Popin'. Oh, man. I would like to meet the Pope. Would you like
Yeah.
to meet the Pope?
I think it would be very interesting. Like, you'd have to be careful.
Yeah.
Because when you're meeting the Pope, you always anticipate the next thing he's going to say is going to be so spiritual.
Right. I mean, I think that's kind of his thing. Like,
Yeah.
That's his whole, he's the physical manifestation of the will of God.
Yes. Whatever.
Air quotes.
Yeah. Whatever he says, you're going to paint it on your wall.
Right.
Pass the ketchup.
If you can...
The Pope.
The Pope. Do you think he would risk eating ketchup in that white suit? There's not a chance.
He eats vinegar.
Vinegar. Salt and vinegar.
He's on a whole Bible diet.
That's
Locusts.
What? You get one question to ask the Pope. What do you ask?
Oh. What's your potty humor level?
What is acceptable to you?
Yes, what is acceptable?
Like, can you make pulpit murder jokes? Like, is that okay?
Yes.
I think my one question would be is where does he get his dry cleaning done? Because they do a great job.
Yes.
Those white outfits are spotless. Because I have some white shirts that can,
yes, absolutely.
Use some dry cleaning. Oh man, the Pope. What a guy.
Yeah.
What a job title. Do you think he woke up one day and was like, I want to be the Pope when I grow up?
Yeah, I think it's one of those aspirations, you take your kid to Pope work day.
Take your kid to Pope Day. Yeah. I don't think they have kids. I don't think they can get married.
Oh, right. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
How do you do take your kid to work day in Catholic churches? This is so awkward for the priest.
Right.
You guys are jerks.
Well, maybe if they got, like, I don't know, like, the, what would happen, but, like, what if before you were called the priesthood and you were, like, living for the world or whatever, and then, like, you were married and you had kids and stuff, and you became, like, a priest? Could you still become a priest and, like, be married?
They accept it now. There's been a new edict.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad they finally are listening to the Bible.
Yeah. Holy men can have babies?
Wait, what? Be fruitful and multiply?
Their babies are the congregation.
I mean, have you seen some of those homeschool families? They're a congregation unto themselves.
Yeah.
I also saw, speaking of Babylon V, I saw an article about how Ford is releasing like a bigger passenger van.
Oh, yes,
they're calling
the 40-person.
Yeah, they're calling it the homeschooler.
It's so true.
Yeah, I love those vans. Those vans are great.
I think the faith of homeschool families is enormous because you're having 7 kids.
Right.
That's at $6,000 a pop.
Right, at least.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, Lynn and I were looking up, like, hospital figures for birth.
Right.
For no reason at all.
Right.
Don't draw any conclusions. And they're like $6,000 in Rochester. Well, we can have half a kid?
Can we work out, like, a payment plan on the kid?
Can we give birth in the parking lot?
Right.
$50?
Adjacent?
Yes. There's just, like, yeah.
Having a kid's expensive, man.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have any.
Absolutely.
I'm barely functioning enough to take care of myself.
Exactly.
Like I said, like, I went to bed at like 3 a.m. after watching a bunch of Supernatural. Like, I can't watch a kid. I'm not responsible enough. Last night, there was a kid, I was at my small group, and there was a kid climbing all over me. I literally picked him up and threw him on a couch. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
You see, I think pro wrestling fanatics have trouble with children. Because
they're the perfect size to practice your moves.
Yeah, they're so attitude adjustable.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And you don't have to break a sweat.
Yes.
Right? Like, if I were to, like, attitude adjust Andre, like, I would probably not be able to lift him and hurt my back.
Yeah, right. I see my little nephew, I'm like, he's so power bombable.
Right. Like little Susie.
Yeah.
Pedigree.
Yes. It's just so easy. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Same thing with trampolines. Like, if you get on a trampoline, you just want to people elbow someone.
Yeah, people elbow, moonsault.
Moonsault somebody.
Frog splash.
That's what I'm saying. 5-star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, speaking of wrestling news, I've noticed that wrestling moves have trends.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The last trend, everyone had the pile driver.
Right.
Now I'm noticing it's the shining wizard.
Oh, what's a shining wizard?
It's when you run knee first into someone's face. Everyone calls it the shining wizard.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, so some other people have aspects or have iterations of that. Like Randy Orton has his punt where he'll run across and kick you in the face.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. Shinsuke, do you know who Shinsuke Nakamura is?
Yeah, I've heard of this person.
Yes. He has a face kick as well.
Right.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of who else has. Oh, I mean, what's his name? Had a move called Go to Sleep.
Yes.
GTS. What's his name? Shoot. He's a UFC fighter now.
Yeah, CM Punk.
CM Punk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Knees to the face.
That's the new one, the Shining Wizard.
That's such a great name.
Yes. I don't even know what it means.
Right. Who came up with it? What's a non-shining wizard?
I don't know.
What makes it shiny?
Yes.
So many questions. Yes. So many questions.
But I like, the tag team's called the Wolves, but Eddie, his name is Eddie, and his finisher is called the Boston Knee Party.
Does he wear a tri-corner hat?
Oh, I wish.
And speak with a fake British accent?
Yeah, that would be my character.
That's great.
So, yeah.
The Minuteman.
Yeah. So I had this great idea for a wrestling...
Boston Knee Party? Sorry, I'm not over it.
a great idea for a wrestling promotion that takes like old WWE wrestlers that are like fairly new but are still retired and like transforms their character and doesn't mention their old character at all.
Right.
So if you took like Christian and called him like, I don't know, Eddie the Machine and just like, oh, this is Eddie the Machine. Who knows how long he's been doing this?
Right. He's so talented.
Yeah, he's so talented.
They'll tag team him with Edge.
Yeah.
We'll call him Blunt.
Blunt and Eddie.
Blunt and Eddie.
Yes.
Oh, man. See, when you said old time, I just kept, because I'm still thinking about the Boston Knee Party.
Yes.
I was like,
man.
Yeah. I was like, what if we made a wrestling promotion, but with just a bunch of characters from history? So like George Washington.
Oh yes.
and like Caesar.
Yes.
And like,
he chopped down the cherry tree.
right. His finishing move would be like like an axe.
Yes.
Like Triple H has his his sledgehammer. George Washington has an axe.
Oh yes. Moses splits you.
Right. He's got like a staff. Oh, that'd be great.
I am so
It'd
with
be
this.
great. And then like Cleopatra would be there,
Yes.
Mark Anthony, all William Shakespeare.
Oh, cruiserweight, definitely.
Definitely.
Yes.
So same thing with Napoleon.
Yes. My gosh, why aren't we doing this? Are
Right?
you listening, WWE?
Right? I would watch that.
Yeah.
I would pay a lot of money.
Especially now because there's a whole genre of fantasy sports.
Oh, for sure.
It's brand new, and some people just invest in fantasy sports. For example, there's a medieval UFC
Ooh.
called the M1. It's big in Russia, but you get,
of course it is.
you get sword and shield and armor, and you just
It's just like modern gladiator
Yes.
fights. That's terrifying.
yeah. I don't think the swords are very sharp.
Still, do you want to get hit with a blunt sword? I don't.
I don't know. Yeah. Well,
I don't want to get hit with a shield. I'm fragile. I'm an indoor cat.
So true. Yeah.
Oh man. So where are we at? I feel like it's okay if we went a little longer. Yeah, we're about normal time.
So are you ready for the snack?
Yes. I see. You
Okay.
went to Big Lots.
I went to Big Lots. Big Lots for special tots. Big Lots has some discontinued candy.
Oh
where
no.
They find what could have sold and could have been great, and they take the leftover supplies.
Right.
And I found one of their leftover flavors that could have made it big, but ended up not doing it. The YooHoo Candy Bar.
That looks terrible.
You know how YooHoo is not chocolate milk?
Right.
It's kind of like chocolate.
I think it's called a chocolate milk drink.
Yes.
It's not called chocolate milk.
Right. So, YooHoo made their own candy bar. And it's got milk chocolate just to kind of mock
No, it doesn't. It's
their
milk
brand.
chocolate flavored. It's not milk chocolate. It's
flavored.
Look, it says milk chocolate flavored. It's not milk chocolate.
Yes, it's made by Palmer, which is making candy fun. Or close to real.
Also, can I point your attention to where it says bar? It's in the same font as you would find on a real bar.
Yes.
Like an alcoholic bar.
Yes.
There's a whole lot going on here.
Oh, there's so much story in this packaging.
Right. It's sad, actually.
Yeah.
How did this not make it big?
Yeah, I know. YooHoo.
People like YooHoo. I've never had a YooHoo, but...
You know how Christians like to take major labels and turn it into evangelism? Right. I wanted the shirt that says, "It's YooHoo he died for."
Boo. Boo.
Boo, yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be be an adventure.
This is gonna be.
It's a dull brown. It's a sad color brown.
Yeah, it's kind of like just the
It's like a sad version of a Wonka bar is what it looks like.
It's kind of the generic poop.
Generic poop colored.
Yeah.
I love that you gave me a honkin' bar.
Yeah.
It's got the same design on it from a bat, like the actual design on the design pattern on the bar reminds me of the inside of a Dodge Caravan we had in the early 2000s. Smells like milk chocolate flavor.
Not milk.
Oh. I can see why this didn't sell. It tastes like the fudge monster from Candyland breathed on a bar. That's what it tastes like. It doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like someone's idea of chocolate.
This is the candy I leave in the Easter basket till June.
You're like, oh man, I have no other choice.
Yeah, it's like I gotta eat something.
And mom and dad won't buy me more candy.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. I hate it.
No, I thought I was gonna strike gold with this one.
I'm gonna finish eating it because it's chocolate. Well, chocolate flavored, but
Yeah,
this is not good, Mike.
this is bar flavored too. It's not a bar. I feel like everything should have been in quotes.
Right.
Milk, chocolate,
Flavored.
flavored,
YooHoo.
bar, candy.
Safe for consumption.
Yeah. May contain vitamins.
Is it made in the USA? Hold on. Yeah, there's a stamp that says proudly manufactured in the USA. Proudly.
Proudly.
Manufactured. Let's see what the health facts are on here.
230 calories.
Wow!
Per
Square.
1/3.
Per 1/3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Oh, you get your 9% of your total carbs for the day.
Wow. That's the one thing I've been lacking.
It's 55% saturated fat in a serving. It's not good, Mike.
They make this for kids. Mind
Yeah,
you.
they do. There's...
Oh,
You get 3% of your daily dietary fiber.
never mind that the candy bar was the size of your forearm.
That thing was massive.
Yes.
Like, legitimately big. It's 4.5 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is in pounds, but it's a lot.
Yeah,
Oh, this is gross.
I know.
I don't know why I ate second place. Probably because I'm hungry and I haven't had breakfast yet.
It's named after the second best search engine.
Yahoo doesn't exist? I'm mad.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be gold. I thought you were going to be criticizing me because I didn't pick something. And I had jellyfish. I had stewed jellyfish in the fridge.
No, thank you. I'll take the YooHoo bar. Thank God for that.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean I can't bring it next week?
Please don't. Please don't.
It looks kind of like noodles.
There are a lot of things that look like noodles that we shouldn't consume.
Mm-hmm.
One of those things is jellyfish. Would it sting me? Where did you get it?
Well, first of all, there's a great Asian supermarket on Henrietta, and they're legit because
They're
they
cool.
have jellyfish.
You know what? You know what Chinese market is legit when they have dead animals hanging.
Yes, dead animals.
Geese, chickens.
And they have Ovaltine in the gallon size. If they have gallons of Ovaltine, then you know it's real.
I had a friend at my work where every time he would leave, he'd say, "Bye, kids. Remember, drink your Ovaltine." I was like, dude, nobody here knows what Ovaltine is. Get out.
It was in the 50s. They had some great black and white commercials.
Man.
Oh man, I just ate my half. And I think it's activating my ADHD.
Was there any red dye in this? I don't have any other food in my stomach, so all I have is just this sugar rushing into me. My housemates are gonna have fun with me today. Watching Supernatural.
Yeah. Well, I think I need to have a quiet time now.
How are we on time? Perfect. We're up hour 20.
We're about that time.
Yeah. So, Mike, what did you learn today?
Oh, okay. I learned that there's 5 stealth games.
Yep, only ever in the history of the world.
That we have a great church video game.
It's true.
That would be amazing.
Looking at you, Activision.
Yeah. And we have a great wrestling promotion.
Looking at you,
Anyone?
WCW.
Yes. And
Anyone.
Anyone. And we're just full of ideas in the
We
new
are.
year.
It's true. You got those juices flowing. And I learned that Taylor Swift is a lot darker than Batman, and that's saying something.
Yes.
That's actually kind of scary.
Yeah, it was very scary.
We're praying for you, Taylor.
Prayler.
Prayler.
Hashtag Prayler. Pray for the Tay.
And on that note,
it's
time for us to end.
See
you next week. But remember, we're gonna try and get that poll up and make sure you guys vote.
Yeah.
And because we definitely want to do more of what makes you guys happy. So yeah.
All 9 of you.
All 9 of you. This has been Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings.
Yeah. Ciao.
Ciao. Remember, drink your Ovaltine, kids.
Drink your Ovaltine.